Take the coal from red. This was a coal you had. This was what would coal like snake and then rattle that in because then I'd be battling within. When the flesh would touch where the soul was dark because that was the light up top the lighthouse next to rocks. Maybe a poem. Like you could have tossed a pebble and rock to see which would have struck. First to pull the straw to slug. Then I dissolve because then I deserve the fucking desert that's low. Because then the cactus would have gone fucking friend when the shadows would stretch and the sun would have went. Because behind them hugs it won't be a bit more. Like the cactus just says a wow. Wow. No clock on wrist, no cloth on it because it couldn't have got the gist of what I was trying to get. Like these are the ribbons that need to get ripped. So you could see what was within all along. And with all this talk, y'all gonna go wrong like the fucking bar with the money symbol on. Simple dog, just simpleton song and then all would have gone agreed. Agreement was lifted, then it fucking lifted stiff where I ripped the epidermis you hid that kept all your organs in. All of the blood, stained the rug, and I cleaned it up when no one saw. Cinderella dog, the ball's about to stall, and then I fucking take a bowl and shatter it. So there was cut. So there was clot. That's when the cut would have stopped with the blood like the faucet turned off. Maybe y'all fashionable, they need to go full broke and bronze dome with the fucking trolls in front like it was Schwab. Then I go to Gallup Road, cause then these hosts were all good luck. You could have hung above the door of the bone or of the host, but I never seen that before. And then I saw the prairie dog would poke his head from out the hall to see what's going on. Take a hold of flow, like you need a handheld with that help, and then the handle of the pole was also hold because then the amber would have gone too reddish and not the amber at all because the amber is all gone. Amber alert my rap, don't lose your head over what I said and flip your lid like it was a hit that you get in the big with the robotisto. Fucking rope-a-dope, yo, fucking dopes that were smoke and smoke in the beginning were even more smoke because I grow some. And my grow dog from the tiger with stripes on his back and his toe with a tusk because then I could have told y'all a story if you want. And then the story never ends. Because I raid the beak of the big white dog with fucking pincers and pissed off because then he could inject some venom in it. So that they got to see an enemy was me all along. And I say these things, they were sweet to an enemy because they would just invade his head and they wouldn't retreat. Never gone was these because then I never go some more with this flow because it would come from off the waterfall. It's another drip into the pond below, each one. That's how we grow. That's how we got cactus and then we back at this so we ricochet some of this or maybe crochet with the needle point stitch. That was the point on that. That was the tannin effect in this bed that we laid for a second. Then I laid some roses where they belong so you would get the point of why it's dawn. And then you dawned on your song because this is a dawn of all strong. Kingdom calm, that's calming me, dog. You put you in calm a psalm until you call the psalm. Then I saw you up with something so rated or sharp and then maybe ball so I could get it done quick. Then off doing something else, or maybe just change my gloves cause they drip of what was in you, dog. Cause then I get the full of this. Not just hot, because then I taste it back like this isn't what I want. Switch it up. Maybe what was spinning cold and bull a trick because then I could go with some gorgeous shit I never said before to them. Maybe I afford this red because it's a Ford I built with lumber cut because that was pine. Better than burning it down. Build something for war, I guess. Now you got the more of it. Y'all just adjust and fucking sit right big with seats that were tall because then I could get on me stilts and be more tall when you spit. Yes, plan of that because then I could get a pat and throw a smack his back because then I could smear all this rap I have. Then the anaconda would stretch and constrict around your neck and then it would have been one of those boas to keep you warm. Or just show off like you was a bull, maybe you was young, or pose like you was, because then the camera straw with the balls that would glow, and then the fucking bulb that would know, acted like he was, but he don't. Was gone and sinking, faulty talks and shorts with a door in the trick, and then you scroll so hard to get the door be gone, but it won't, because then I could have put a toe on the door, fucking change the tone of my flow. It was toxic right now, that's what they want, for the floor to fall out, then they would fall 40 floors until their fucking spine would break. Then the change just things. It was delicate or a pedigree that y'all never get because y'all could never see. With the blinders on like your horse, but y'all never gallop where y'all was umbrella doll because then you would brawl inside your soul because then the brawling would fall from the start and the claw because then you could rip a piece off when you made a missed off like a kid or a child. Boom! At this bed, cause then I get the wiffle bed to ass because I make a bunch of them welts on your back. The reddest ones will grow where the flesh would go, and then in the flesh you know, because then it takes some reenactment tone. I fucking tear the tone and then I go because then I rip the stretch and stab it. Like it was young, like this was young Kitty for Cedar Block. Would you see a bunch of pops that fall off the cliff if I toss them, and then the whip would be struck like it's a clock, but there's no cuckoo to come out. You thought I was, but I'm not. Maybe people that walk were all of them men. Like this was a paramount thing to say to the parliament who would get, because then the Congress would have passed any fucking shit that I said. My ex was fucking met with my signature then. Pen would draw, octopus get. Y'all would get the fucking ink blot if I did. It was just something to chop on and fucking chew off. Like it was some gristle for all the fucking beef that used to walk. He used to live, now he don't. He used to be a cop, but now he's big. But now it don't matter and shit because he's gonna be grinded up for McDonald's and bars, because then you could have got the sesame seed of what I said, like I seeded a pot for you to grow like a plant, but it didn't die because it didn't die on the Don Escobar when I went for straw, because that was a bar you ripped into with jaws, that chocolate and it dipped off the nougat you want, and it got a little cashews. Of course it does. If it didn't have cashews, go fuck yourself. With the fog that lifts and then the mist, and then you miss the best part of trick because then it's a parlor trick. Something up his sleeve, I guess it is. I bet it was. Two of them, you got the bullet stars. What's gonna stop in chest, and then the fucking hall was hit because then the fucking whole script that you wanted to watch since you ever saw fucking Elm Street like this. This was late classic. I wouldn't say that's a horror flick though. It's more an alligator show. It's up the alley though. We up the ante flow. We're up to anything. Bunch of this stuff we're busting. Then a super soul collide on my shit because I'm concerned for them. With a concerto that was a crescendo involved. Crucified flow because them sticks would just melt and then he'd get erect like it was dick, and that trick was hard. That's the part that we should have chipped off and been carved off because then I fucking said I could underneath the gum. So the road, the flow, because then the faulty tone, because then it could have been full for once, and then that was stuff with full and all of the flu was flowers. That's right. Fucking yeah. That's right. walking together. Wow. TWA.